If you happen to be watching this from YouTube or Rumble, welcome to the Digital Marketing Warrior channel, the place to come to be inspired in creating your wealth. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this untold story about my experience on selling on eBay, why I stopped being an eBay seller, and ultimately left in the end. There are some very key points here that I'm going to be sharing with you that will resonate with you if eBay is something that you have been considering to do by making money online with. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and Rumble so that you don't miss out when I roll out some new content. I remember this story like it was yesterday. This was during the time that I had just started working in corporate America as an 18-year-old working his first job. Now, with any teenager that has started work for the first time and earns his first paycheck, it's very exciting because when you first get that paycheck, you tell yourself, man, look at me. I'm making I'm making my own income right now. I'm making my own money right now. I can't wait to buy this thing and that thing with my paycheck that I earned. And, we think about all these different things that we want to spend our paycheck on. So I remember during the first year that I was working at a restaurant job, and when I was just going into community college, I remember entertaining the idea of, what would it be like to actually sell online? What would that experience be like? What if I could actually make money online and not have to do so much extra work, have to sacrifice so much time in order to do that? So what avenue did I look to start that with? Well, I looked to none other than eBay. Because I had heard a lot about eBay. I remember even some of my family relatives selling on eBay before. And so I thought, you know what? I'm going to give that a shot. I'll see what happens. So I remember just taking a few of my unwanted, recently brand new items and just selling them online. And by the way, the kinds of items that I was selling online on eBay was action figures and collectibles, because that was actually one of the popular kinds of items that was selling hot on eBay right now, even to this day as well. So I remember just taking that time to actually sell off action figures and collectibles. I also took that time as well to sell off some movie props, costume props, because that was also hot on the market as well, selling online on eBay. And when I got that experience of starting to sell my very first items on eBay, and when I saw how quick I was to make actually a sale from listing those items, that feeling in me was just excitement. It was just something that I was just really excited about. I'm like, wow, I just made like over $500 just selling on eBay. And I didn't even have to put in like too much extra work. Wow, that's actually amazing. And so I remember from that point onward that I would actually use eBay as another source of income on top of the job that I was working at the time, which was my restaurant job. And so that began that journey of getting the experience of what it was like to make money online. And while selling on eBay was great at the time being, I remember I did it for about 3-4 years that I was selling on eBay, selling action figures, collectibles, movie props, costume props, you name it. I remember as that experience went by, as the years went by, I quickly realized that it wasn't really all sunshine and rainbows selling on eBay. And I'll tell you why. The main thing that I did not like from selling on eBay was the seller invoice fees. Now, if you've ever had an eBay account, if you've ever sold anything on eBay, you'll notice there's a section on your account where it will take you to your seller invoice fees. Now, if you're only just selling like a little bit here and there, your invoice fees are going to be pretty low. But and I remember I had to find this out the hard way. I remember there was a month in which I sold over between $1,000 to $2,000 worth of items that month. And while I did make a pretty good profit margin from those items, I also saw that I racked up on the seller invoice fees, and my total invoice for that whole month was like about $300. Now, for some people, that might not seem like a lot, but for somebody that's like on a shoestring budget that doesn't have a whole lot of income coming in from either their job or wherever, taking out $300 just to pay the seller invoice fees is a lot for someone. And I remember that as the years went by and I saw that increasing month after month, depending on how many items worth I sold that month, I realized, you know what? That is not very appealing. And that actually is pretty unattractive for me personally. And for you personally, that's also watching this as well, if you ever had that experience with selling on eBay. And not only I disliked the seller invoice fees that you accumulate from selling on eBay, but also the amount of labor and work that goes into getting the shipping and packing supplies. Now, you could just go to, say, a dollar store or Walmart that sells those like packing supplies for cheap. But if you're selling like a ton of items, like every month, just to make like regular sustainable income for yourself, investing into all those packing and shipping supplies, it all adds up every month that you're doing it. And I remember just, the amount of labor that I had to go in from just, folding the boxes and then stuffing the boxes with bubble wrap and packing paper, just to make sure that whatever item that you sold doesn't end up getting damaged during transit, depending on which shipping carrier that you ship it out to. Then you got to also use some, really good packaging tape so that the item doesn't fall out of the box accidentally when it goes into transit. I remember there was one transaction where I sold a statue for more than what the retail price was worth. And I remember shipping that out to a buyer that had bought it, only to find that even though I put the handle with care sticker on the box and I packaged it very well, the shipping carrier that I used to send out that item mishandled my package. And because of that, I ended up losing that whole transaction altogether. I did not like having to give the customer's money back, but as someone that fully believes in doing what he knows to be right, I knew that customer service in the good customer service in the business is absolutely important, even if you have to take a loss for it. And that's something that I stand for, even with the business that I'm running today. But still, it was not cool to actually lose money from that transaction. That means all that work that I went into, from taking photos of the item to working up an item description and even listing the item for a certain price, it was just too much work, and just to get little to nothing in return. And not only do the seller invoice fees rack up, not only do you have to invest money into getting shipping and packing supplies, but you also got to look at online what's selling hot right now. Because at least from my own personal experience from selling on eBay for the 3 to 4 years that I was on there, I can tell you from experience that you really can't just sell just anything on eBay. Like, if your goal to make money online is to like sell like a bunch of used clothes, I mean, it's just not going to be to the point where you're going to be making like a serious income with it, like, a 5-6 figure income just by selling used clothes. It just ain't going to happen. And even with selling action figures and collectibles, which was the kind of items that I was selling online, even though that kind of business makes good money, it's pretty competitive, because I realized that with selling certain collectibles, selling certain action figures, you not only got to find out what's selling hot right now, but you also got to make sure that you have to get it to where you don't get it for the price that's currently going for right now, and you have to find an avenue to where you can actually get it for cheaper than what you're actually going to sell it for, so that you can actually make a profit from selling that action figure. That's from my understanding of how selling action figures online works. And I remember that there were some items, there were like a good amount of items before that I sold that I made pretty good profit margins from. But even though I was making good profit margins from some of those items that I listed, I still wasn't making like a serious income enough to replace, say, my job that I had at the time. And so you also got to figure out what's selling hot online right now. And if you have no clue how to do that, well then, making a serious income online with eBay is just pretty hard. It's pretty tough. And not only that, but just the amount of labor that just goes into all the actions of, researching what's selling online right now, and then just making a listing, taking photos. And, if you do that all on your own for several items, boy, it takes a whole lot of energy out of you. That's how I was feeling just from selling on eBay. I just felt like I was just getting so much of my energy sucked out. And, there were even times where I was kind of being a little lazy with, some of the listings, because it was just so much work. And just to make what? Just to only make like a little over $10,000 in 4 years? I mean, you could even do faster with some of the other opportunities that are out there right now. And look, this is just my personal input on eBay. I will say this about eBay, though. If you're looking to use it as a place to sell, say, unwanted items, unwanted possessions that you no longer want, go knock yourself out. It's a good place to actually sell on there. There's also like some alternative shopping sites that you could also sell your unwanted possessions as well, just to make some money with it. But to use eBay as a regular business, something that gives you regular income, personally, I don't recommend it, because for a beginner that doesn't know what the heck to do from the start, it's pretty tough to make a regular income online. Now, are there people right now that are selling on eBay and making pretty good money? Yeah, I bet there are. But I imagine also that they have to invest a lot into their eBay business just to break even. And for somebody that isn't on like a huge budget from their job or wherever, that's where I say I don't personally recommend it as a way to sustain regular income online. Now, when it comes to making money online, there is another avenue in which you can create that kind of leverage faster than what you were to make if you just say, took the route that I did for the first time and sold on eBay and only made, a little over $10,000 in 4 years. Now, there's a faster way to actually go ahead and make that kind of amount and more, but this is where you have to pay close attention to this, because this is going to be absolutely important if this is something that you're looking to do over the long term. So there is a system right now, and even this is good for those that are watching this right now, for you that's watching right now. If you're marketing a business right now, regardless, this is absolutely something that you can use to your advantage as well, on top of whatever business you're already marketing. So listen up. There's a brilliant system that can help you earn passive income online. And how do you get access to that system? Well, this is what I would like you to do. There will be a link directly below in the video description for my #1 recommendation for creating weekly capital. I want you to click on that link, opt in with your best email. You'll be redirected to a page with 2 video presentations on it. Watch those video presentations all the way through, lock in your spot, and get positioned as soon as possible so you can create the kind of leverage that you're looking for in your business without having to spend years and years having to figure it out all on your own. But you can't get access to that system unless you click on that link in the video description right now. And with that said, this is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video today. Have an amazing day wherever you may be, whatever time that you're watching this from. I'll see you on the next video very soon. Take care.